You and Chris are going to be in here talking about God knows what.
You know, sometimes it's nice not to have the cameras on us, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot more entertaining.
Yeah, it is. Guys, if you could just see what goes on around here, you would probably be disgusted. I am incensed and outraged.
That, or you would immediately sign up.
Yeah, that's right. You're going to be right there. You're going to be right there with us.
Roadhouse.
Hey, man, what's up?
What's kicking, chicken?
Man, so let me tell you. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Butch and Chris Show. This is a podcast that we do because, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Butch Renfro, and I'm, of course, joined at this podcast table by the one and only Chris Curtis.
What's up,
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
He has new buttons.
I have
He's
new
having
buttons.
so much fun.
I know. This is going to be so much fun. So, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know, this is the second attempt at this very podcast. And, man, that was like the cruelest thing I could have done to you Tuesday night.
I don't know.
And I didn't even know I
why.
was being mean.
I don't know how, but I got violently ill.
Yes, in the midst of the podcast. and here's the bad part. Let me go ahead and tell you the topic of the show, because that's what makes it so hilarious. We were doing iconic foods from all 50 states, and some of them were things that maybe most people don't eat.
Yeah.
And I could tell, it's like, he's not looking great. And then all of a sudden he's like, stop it.
Got to cut.
I got to go. Can't pull it off.
And then I'm trying to get out of here, and Debbie, God, I love Debbie. That's Butch's wife, and she is one of the nicest people I know, and I love her to death. But here I am fixing to explode from every place in my body, and she wanted to talk. I literally made it, a half a mile from here?
Yeah, I think so.
A half a mile here, and I pulled over.
Yeah, he calls me. Yeah, man, I made it to Wingstop. And then it was like...
Yeah,
If you're gonna spew,
yeah, yes.
spew into this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all I could do to get pulled over and get the door open. It was bad.
Oh man, but
It
yeah,
was bad.
It was bad because we were doing we're doing it on food related stuff,
Right.
And there's nothing worse than when you have an upset stomach and you having to talk about.
You know, man,
food.
I think I was really doing okay until we got over here to the third page. We were damn near through this damn thing when this happened.
Yeah.
And
Well, now don't give it away.
I'm not, but I'm trying to remember what it was that was just like, oh, that's not
No,
gonna
I'm
work.
out. Yeah.
That's not going to work.
Well, I'm not going to give the name of it, but I'm sure when you say something like it's made with pork scraps,
Yeah,
I think that probably,
yeah, it's not a good look.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Butch and Chris Show is a podcast that formerly known as the Retro Show. If you guys are just tuning in and wondering, hey man, this is not what? Well, that's what happened. And if you go back a couple of episodes, you'll find out exactly what happened on that. But you can reach us at butchandchris.com. And one of the things you will find there is how you can be a producer of this very podcast.
I highly recommend it.
I highly recommend. You know why, Chris? Because, for a mere $3
We
a
care.
month. Okay.
We care.
Sure, we'll go with that. But yeah, you can sign up to be a producer on here, and for $3 a month, you can support this madness here. And I still have that level of like $500,000.
Oh yeah,
A month,
yeah, absolutely.
you know.
Get after it, Jack.
And somebody out there's got more money than sense. Sure, sign up for that too. That'd be fantastic. But as we always do, we like to thank the wonderful people who support the Butch and Chris Show with a monthly contribution of $3. Chris, kick us off, man.
Terry Schatz.
Thank you, Terry.
Terry is a member of the Treehouse Razorback Tailgate Club.
Fantastic.
Yep, she's awesome.
And then you got to take the next one too.
Kate
Salter.
Kate
ladies
Salter.
and gentlemen.
Kate, how you doing?
Roger McDougal.
I love that name.
He's a good guy. We actually need to have him on here sometime. He's an interesting dude.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
So the next name, did we ever... did they ever announce whether this was a correct pronunciation?
She's never corrected us on it.
Melinda Hignite. I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, please let us know.
Yeah,
Melinda,
because if it's Hignate,
then
we want to know.
Or High Night.
Yeah. Hi, Night.
Yeah.
Dusty Breeze, ladies and gentlemen, good old Dusty Breeze, who recently came back from his first cruise.
I'm telling you right now, I would not put up with this.
Yeah, well, when you get decrepit, it's kind of hard to do anything about it. That's just all I'm saying.
I'll hold him. Kevin Goff.
Kevin, thank you so much. Chris B.
Nancy Schwartz. I love Nancy Schwartz.
Yeah, she's good people, man.
I do. I mean, I've grown up with Nancy and known her at least
a couple of minutes.
At least 47 out of 57 years.
Yeah.
At least.
Wow. So
Crazy.
a long time since you were like wee kids.
Just a wee lad.
Yeah, wee children. Hey, where were you at? Josh Ramsey.
Man. Still, Josh, you got the coolest name on here, brother.
He pretty much does.
Josh Ramsey just in off the trail.
Fran
Adams.
Fran Adams, ladies and gentlemen. E.M., thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen,
Donna's husband.
Yay, Donna's husband. And our very first ever producer, Tanya Highland. Thank you so much. And with eternal love to Linda and Stephen. Thank you to all of our fantastic supporters. Find out how you can support the podcast by heading to butchandchris.com. See there? That was almost professional, ladies and gentlemen.
Almost.
So
whoa.
What did I do? What did I not do? Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on a second.
Yep. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris has just now opened the first beverage of the evening.
Yes. And for all you local brewers out there, if you catch this, if you want to support the podcast, we work for beverages.
Yeah. Or for $3 a month,
Either way.
We will announce your name on here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm having coffee tonight, actually.
Whatever.
Because,
he doesn't enjoy sleep. Anyway, go ahead.
may or may not want to go to bed tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Speaking of
Butch,
foods,
today's Thursday.
Today's Thursday. It is.
It's not Friday.
I know. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, good luck with the coffee.
Yeah, good luck with that. Maybe Friday before I go to sleep, right? So, actually, I'm getting up tomorrow morning. So you know how there's always a bunch of old dudes that get together at the cafes and stuff in the morning and stuff like that. Yeah.
Stoves.
I think we need to start doing that because I think we're about the age now where we can start showing, except that it means us getting up early. And I don't know about that.
Man, I love my recliner time in the mornings. I'm not going to lie to you.
Isn't that nice, man? Just sit there and chill out with the dog.
I watch YouTube videos that Cindy won't watch. So
I wonder why.
She walks in the living room, get it off YouTube. I can't stand that crap.
I can't stand it. Stop it. Ladies and gentlemen, the topic of today's podcast is iconic foods. Ladies and gentlemen, the topic that made Chris sick.
I don't know that this made me sick, but it sure didn't help.
Iconic foods from all 50 states. Now, we have a list here of all 50 states, obviously. No territories. Sorry, Puerto Rico and Guam. You didn't make the cut this time. So
just apply for statehood. Let's go.
Yeah, come on. If you're in, then
52,
then you're in.
and we just cut up Mexico and make 59, 60, something like that.
Look at that, next Canada. Oh, wait a minute. That's topical.
Did you read the Babylon Bee?
Yeah.
Did you read today's headlines?
No.
You may have to cut all of this. Is that okay?
Go ahead and tell me.
Soon as I read
wouldn't be the first time I had to cut stuff, would it? Now.
No. As soon as I read it, I just died laughing. It said Trump wants to annex Canada and call it gay North Dakota.
Okay, I don't care who you are. That's pretty funny, right there.
Man, You know, I don't know what these guys at the Babylon Bee do all day, but they do come up with some funny headlines.
They come up with some funny stuff.
Yep, they do. If y'all are not familiar with the Babylon Bee, it's just kind of a email. What do you call it?
Parody news.
It's like it'd be like
Satire.
National Lampoon or something
Yeah.
like that, but it's a modern day version, and it comes in on my email.
Yeah.
And they have, I don't know, 7-10 topics up there.
They're all funny
They're all hilarious.
satire headlines.
Yep, good stuff.
Good stuff. Chris, so iconic foods from all 50 states. Some of these things I will eat. Some of these things possibly not. So I'm going to start off with the great state of Alabama, and I will definitely eat this.
I will too, and I've liked them everywhere I've had them. So
Yeah. I know.
it's a tangy, crispy, and southern staple.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Dolly Parton. No, it's fried green tomatoes.
Comes with a side of milk.
Wrong. You're wrong.
Oh, it's already just starting off bad, isn't it? So fried green tomatoes.
You mentioned Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
When I was younger in my teenage years, Dolly did it for me.
Yeah.
I just thought before she lost all the weight.
Yeah.
When she was just kind of a
normal sized woman.
sized woman and very, very attractive, beautiful lady, but her attributes didn't discourage anybody either. I mean, good Lord. Anyway, you just mentioned that, and I just thought I'd throw
Listen,
it in.
I'm going to go ahead and throw this since we're talking about Dolly Parton on here. This woman has done more for literacy.
Oh, I know, man. She's a great lady.
She's a great lady. She has a lot of great...
Without a doubt.
Yes, absolutely.
Have you been to that?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. My daughter loves horses, so every time we go to Branson, we always had to go to Dixie Stampede.
Yeah, it's fun. And
I
the
will-
food is pretty good, too.
I will continue to call it Dixie Stampede until the day I die because that's just me. I'm old school.
Roadhouse.
I really a cool show.
Yeah.
You get dinner, and you're basically sitting around a rodeo arena. If y'all have never been to Dixie Stampede, and it's a show.
It is
and
a
they
show.
feed you while
They
the
feed
show's
you
going
well.
on, and they feed you well. It's expensive. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
Tickets are expensive, but it's well worth it. And
It
you'll
is.
Go at Christmas. Oh my gosh, what a show! A lot of lights, a lot of horses with lights, and
You won't believe where they stick the lights on the horses. So the next state on the list, Chris, Alaska. And it's not surprising, king salmon, but it also could be crabs.
do you eat salmon?
I do.
You threw a softball there, and I just let it go.
I know you did. I appreciate your restraint.
Fresh, flavorful, and abundant in Alaskan waters.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dolly Parton. No, I've been but yeah, the king salmon, but also king crab. And I actually ate at a place called Tracy's Crab Shack in Juneau, where you could get, these were monster crab legs. And you could get snow crab, king crab.
I was going to ask you,
Bear dye.
do you prefer king over
Oh,
snows?
snows.
I love snows too.
Every day.
Snows,
But
they're just.
they're
You remember
sweeter.
the days of all you can eat crab legs?
Yes.
I'm the reason they don't have those anymore.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for ruining it for everybody.
Dude, I don't know what it is. I'm a big guy and I look like I eat a lot, but I really don't eat a lot in one sitting
Yeah.
compared to my brother, who is a freaking human garbage disposal. I don't know
He's
where.
always been able to do
he
that.
can just eat, man. And
I
it's
remember
unbelievable
we would go
what he
to
can put
all
away.
you could eat buffets with him, and we'd be sitting there full, and he's just still like, "I'm going to go back for another plate."
Yeah.
And I'm like going,
Where the hell are you
Why?
putting it? Where is this going?
"I know."
Crab legs, I can just
I can go to town on
slam
those.
them. And all you can eat crab legs, as you get you've been there a little while, they get saltier and saltier.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah, they do.
That's just smart business. I'm
That's
just
smart business, right? Put a little more salt in those. He won't go away.
saying. Right?
You don't come here anymore.
You have all you can eat. You too fat.
Arizona, the iconic food of that state would be the chimichanga.
Now, were they like credited with being the first place.
With doing the first,
There's something to be said about a deep fried burrito.
I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with. I'm not mad about it.
You know what I think? What I think happened? Some entrepreneur walked in a gas station late one night and saw one of those
deep fried
burritos that they have at the gas station, along with the church's fried.
Yes.
What is it? Chicken?
Was it? What is the name of that? It's
Chester's fried chicken. Yeah, and he went, and he bought a deep fryer the next day and went to town.
There you go. The chimichanga was born. Ladies and gentlemen, in the great state of Arkansas.
Yeah. Woo!
Pig suey!
Hey, you in the red, suey, damn it.
Yeah. All of you. Suey now. So I'm going to tell you right now. They have one on the list here, cheese dip, which we are credited with inventing. Not queso, but cheese dip.
Yep, and that would be Mexico Chiquito.
Yeah, Mexico Chiquito and Little Rock. Now, plenty of places have cheese dip here in the state of Arkansas.
Sure.
But Chiquitos, to me, has the iconic cheese dip.
It is absolutely the best cheese dip I've ever had.
It is.
I mean, the flavor of it's unbelievable, and their salsa complements it well.
Yes.
You can go in there, don't order another thing, order a large cheese dip, and you get free
a side
salsa.
of salsa.
You get a free salsa, though.
And here's what you do. You put some of that salsa into the cheese dip, and you mix it in.
It's incredible.
It is. It's fantastic.
Are they still? I don't even think they're still in business.
I don't know. I know they tried to keep it going for a while, but I don't know.
They had one out on Highway 10 in Little Rock. That was the only one I knew of, and I don't
even know if it's still there anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, California has avocado toast, and that's the iconic food of California. To the surprise
let's
of
move on.
Absolutely nobody. In the state of Colorado, one of the things that first made Chris go, "I'm not feeling great." Ladies and gentlemen, the iconic food of Colorado would be the Rocky Mountain oyster, which is not an oyster.
No, it is not.
It is not an oyster.
You know, I get invited to the local Knights of Columbus wildlife supper every year. One of my best friends
do they fry those up?
Married into the Catholic faith, and me and my brother grew up with a family here that my dad was best friends with their dad, and their last name is Schiestel.
Yes.
SCHICHTL.
Yeah.
And it's German, and their big thing for that thing is the entire male Schiestel crew is in the kitchen at the Knights of Columbus frying mountain oysters.
Yeah.
And they've always tried to get me to eat them, and I'm like, I am not eating that shit.
I have.
I am not.
I have eaten these before.
Yeah.
And it doesn't bother, because my dad, I grew up around my dad who used to fry these up all the time.
It's no surprise.
Yeah, to no surprise. Connecticut, New Haven style pizza. Thin crust pizza with a distinctive charred flavor. That's the kind of pizza I like.
You know what, Connecticut, I'm going to tell you something right now. Chicago and New York probably have you beat on pizza.
I don't know. Man, I've never had it.
I've never had it either, but you never hear about it. This is the first time I've ever heard about this, Butch. So you might want to come up with a new Connecticut iconic food. You know
I don't know. I don't know what else they would have in Connecticut.
I'm just saying they
New York
need to, not us.
What do they have in Connecticut? People who work in New York. I don't know. In the state of Delaware, they have Scrapple. Now, I think this is the one that pushed you over the edge the other night when it's like, cut it.
Yeah, no, man, we were on page 2 or 3 when we got there, but this didn't help at all.
This didn't help. A savory breakfast dish made with pork scraps and cornmeal. It's called Scrapple. And apparently that's the iconic food of Delaware. But I've heard about that being all over the East Coast, that they eat this stuff. So.
Well, if you define pork scraps,
scraps, yeah,
I might be in. If you define them,
yeah. If you tell me what are your scraps you have, yeah, is it like cuttings off the loin or something like that,
or crumbled bacon, or a little pork chop or something like that? I mean, come on,
it's chitlins and pig lips.
I'm out.
In Florida, it's key lime pie.
Imagine that.
I love some key lime pie, by the way.
And you know what, dude? You get it down there, and it's phenomenal.
Yes.
You get it around here, it's really good. No, I mean, it's still really good. Yeah. But it's phenomenal when you get it down there for some reason.
Well, for one, if you get it, you're probably in Key West or someplace like that where they have them. And
Well, I've never been to Key West,
You've
but
never
I've had
been
it.
to Key West?
No, I've had it in
Oh,
Orlando.
man.
I've never been to Tampa. I want to go to Tampa.
Yeah, Tampa'd be fun. My boss's mom lives in Tampa. He just got back from Tampa, so.
Cool.
Yeah, that's to an interest of absolutely nobody out there. I just threw that in there because it's an interesting
Because we're
tidbit.
talking like we normally do.
Because
So
we just talk like we normally do. You're just along for the ride. So there you go. So key lime pie. Yeah, I had that at a place called Kermit's Key Lime Pie Shop in Key West, and Debbie and I just loved it there.
Georgia's got apple pie as theirs. I mean, it's incredible. I would
Georgia, peach cobbler? What?
It was a joke, but
Oh,
it went
okay.
right over your head.
Sorry, I screwed up Chris's joke.
I've been doing it for years.
But yeah, imagine Georgia not having a peach
Right.
in there. So
My brother lives in Peachtree City.
yeah. Gosh, I wonder why they call it that.
Right.
Because of their apple orchards, I guess. I don't know.
Peach Avenue,
Yeah.
Peach Boulevard.
Now, we brought this up last time we were the first attempt at this podcast about how I like a little ice cream with mine, and you just give me a scoop of peach cobbler, and you're
good.
going to be happy.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I do not mix ice cream and pie.
Okay.
I don't. And I'm very, very minimal ever mix ice cream and cake. I
Yeah.
don't. I either want ice cream or I want cake. I don't want it. I don't know. It does something different to the cobbler. I don't like it.
Okay.
I do not like it. So
Speaking of things that I probably would not like, in Hawaii they have poke as their iconic dish.
yeah, we talked about that. I've had
Yeah.
ceviche and I still can't remember what the other one's called. It's similar.
Yeah, well, poke is a raw fish salad.
Yeah.
Which, all of those words together, raw fish and salad. Well, I do like fish, but I don't like it to be in the bait form.
Listen, we got 50 of these damn things to do. I'm just going to tell you Idaho's potatoes. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go on. Moving on.
Listen, but potatoes are wonderful, man, because you can make hash browns. It sounds like a scene from Forrest Gump. You can make hash brown potatoes. You can make fried potatoes. You
Mr.
can make
Potato
vodka.
Head.
You make Mr. Potato Head. You can put it in a gun and shoot it, the potato gun.
Dude, I've
You
had,
ever seen those?
oh, I've had one.
Oh, you
I had one on the
gun.
river one time. I mean, literally on the river while we were fishing, and it was an experience.
Yeah.
Boom.
Illinois, deep dish pizza, probably because of Chicago.
You think?
Yeah, probably. Not that I'm a great detective or anything, but I'm putting that together there.
I'm in with Indiana. I'm in right now
Sugar cream pie.
because I guarantee it. That's a buttermilk pie.
It is. It's probably a buttermilk pie, and I'm in for it too. I
Yep.
love it.
Yep.
Iowa corn.
Well, moving on.
Iowa corn
Forever.
forever. If you've ever driven through Iowa, it's corn. Kansas barbecue. Now I take exception to that slightly.
It is Kansas City though.
It
And
is.
Kansas City is huge in the barbecue world. You can say what you want
Yeah.
about Memphis and Texas barbecue, but Kansas City's still renowned for its barbecue.
Yeah, I know.
St. Louis, same thing.
Yeah.
Unless you get over on the hill in St. Louis, and then you're
Then
really
it's-
eating Italian.
And then you're eating Italian.
And really good Italian.
Really good Italian. St. Louis is a fun town.
I like St.
Yeah, I
Louis.
do too. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Imagine that. This is not product placement. It's Kentucky space fried chicken. That's
With a
their
nice
iconic.
shot of bourbon on the side.
Well, yeah. Bourbon fried chicken.
Yeah, here's no surprise in Louisiana either.
Gumbo. I love a good gumbo.
I do too, man. And it's a toss up between gumbo and jambalaya, and I think I like jambalaya better than I do gumbo.
I think I do too. But I ain't gonna turn down either one.
No,
but
gumbo is more like
Yeah.
a hearty soup with rice or
Yeah.
whatever. In
But it doesn't take much to fill you up either.
No,
when you start
it's
doing
good. But it's back to scrapple because if you get that in Louisiana, there ain't no telling what's in the
that.
gumbo.
Don't ask. Just do not
Just
ask.
eat it and go.
It's like, what happened to that turtle that was out there? You don't worry about that. You just eat your gumbo. Be quiet.
Yep.
In Maine, in Maine, it would be the lobster roll. Which, by the way, lobster rolls are pretty good because they're pretty minimal. It's just enough
Bread.
mayonnaise to bind the lobster, and then you throw it on a roll, and it's fantastic.
I just like lobster.
I do too.
Dad always said I had a champagne taste on a beer pocketbook.
Yeah, well.
Because I love all the expensive stuff.
All the expensive things.
Yep. I've never tried caviar. Have you ever had caviar?
I didn't care for it. Salty fish eggs, man.
Yeah,
it's pretty.
Does it big salty? Big fish taste.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm out, dude.
It's not good. Crab cakes. I like crab cakes. That's Maryland's, by the way. I'm just not throwing foods out there randomly. It actually is.
I like crab cakes.
I like crab cakes. Maryland crab cakes. But apparently we're on like a seafood roll here because Massachusetts clam chowder.
Yeah, and I love clam chowder.
I love it, dude.
And I don't like clams, but I'll eat clam chowder.
I'll eat clam chowder. I got a great recipe for clam chowder that I found that I make that I need to do one night.
There's so many places to go with that.
I know.
I'm just skipping.
Thank you. Michigan, pasties.
You know what? I thought that said pasties. I was like, good strip clubs up there, huh?
No, it's so cold they can't stay on. Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm serious.
I'm very sorry for those of you who are disappointed in them.
Hey, you get Michigan, and then the next one, really, come on. Come on.
I didn't even see that.
Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a cheeseburger with the cheese inside the patty, and they call it in Minnesota, Chris.
A Juicy Lucy.
She worked at that same club you were talking about before.
Just over the line in Michigan.
Just over the line. Well, that would do it. Yeah. Mississippi mud pie, and of course, Mississippi. That's nothing wrong with that.
No.
that's
And
good
you know
stuff.
what? Cottoms.
Yeah.
Cottoms.
The original burned down.
It did, and that's really sad to me because I really enjoy going there. This place it was a little country store sitting on a bayou out in the middle of nowhere, farmland, Arkansas. And they had a burger called a hubcap burger that was humongous.
Yeah, it's a full pound.
It was, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was good. Just a good, solid burger. And then they had Mississippi mud pie. And that was always, no wonder I weighed 350 pounds at one time.
Man, those hubcap burgers, you better make sure your plumbing's up to code before you start in on one of those. Because I'm just telling you.
Do they still have Cotham's in the city?
Yes, they have them down. It's good, but it was never the same. It was never the same
It's
as
the same
original.
thing with like when we had Clausen's truck stop here.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Clausen's
Stovey's, this is a local restaurant for all you people that aren't local, but there's a local restaurant that they tried to throw, what do you call it, a memoriam to Clausen's truck stop and Shorty's, which was the Stormy burger,
right?
And but the Clausen's burger, that
you can't.
It's in name only at Stobie's.
You know
it's
why?
Not even freaking close.
Let me tell you why.
Oh, I know
because
why.
this truck stop, when you walked in there, first of all, there was a haze of cigarette smoke.
Yes.
And this is back in the day. I mean, this was a truck stop with real truckers in there that was open 24/7, and they could pull off the interstate there.
At the time when that first started, my dad used to go to Clausen's.
Yeah.
And they had 64 and 65 drive-in because they didn't have a freeway. Highway 65 ran north and south.
Right.
64 ran east and west, and it ran right through Conway, both of them. You had Clausen's truck stop, 64 and 65 drive-in.
And
the
burgers were amazing.
Great food.
I miss those burgers.
Oh my God! And
it
was
brown,
open 24/7.
And the brown gravy you could get and dip your fries.
See, and
in.
everybody did that, and I just give me some ketchup. I don't want gravy.
He doesn't like ice cream on his pies either.
I do not.
There you go.
I do not.
Missouri toasted ravioli. Really? Because St. Louis has ribs. They have, all sorts of stuff.
Have you ever been to Charlie Gito's?
Oh, and on the hill?
No, not. He's got two. He's got one downtown too.
Yeah.
Go in there and get the toasted ravioli, and then question this list.
Okay. Deep fried ravioli. You know what? I'm not mad about it.
If you've had
surprises.
it, like in other places, like that have it on the menu,
it's not the same.
It ain't even close because this is homemade. It's kind of like going up to North.
Well, I don't care who made it. I don't care what she did. You just see. There's my joke. You said it was homemade, and I said I don't care who made it.
Mm-hmm. It was a weak joke.
It was not weak. It was very
Roadhouse.
I was going to say it's like going up to Tawnytown. Up at Springdale and going to the Venetian, which I've been going to since I was a kid. It's my
the
dad
Venetian's
loved it.
fantastic.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's an Italian community up outside of Fayetteville, Arkansas, and this place I'm talking about, all their pastas handmade. There, they fry chicken, they serve steaks, fried chicken, and pasta, and their ravioli, chicken filled ravioli, is
good,
unbelievable.
Listen, man, I'd like to try something. I always get the chicken and spaghetti when I'm there because it's just the classic.
It is, and then a lot of people eat that, and their fried chicken is good. It's really good. But try the chicken ravioli next time you're there. The rolls, homemade rolls. I'm
just telling you. I just had a brain idea. I brained right here, and one of the guests.
That's where that smoke's coming from.
That's where the smoke's coming from. Listen, it's like I tell you, anything can be a smoke machine if you don't take care of it enough. So, but we need to have on this podcast Kat Robinson, who is like an expert in Arkansas foods.
I consider myself an expert in Arkansas foods.
Yeah, well, she's made a career out of it.
Well, I mean, she's getting paid, but I'm paying.
Yeah.
Now, which is more importanter?
Ladies and gentlemen, that grasp of grammar and syntax is why you listen to this podcast, because we are smart people.
We care.
Montana huckleberry pie.
I'm your huckleberry.
Have you ever had a huckleberry?
I haven't. Here's a fun, interesting side note, guys. We're going off into rabbit holes left and right here.
We don't care.
But I actually read something or watched something on TV about that statement in Tombstone.
And he wasn't saying that.
He everybody says I'm your huckleberry, but the deal is the things on the rails for the pallbearers to carry the casket on the side of a casket are called huckles. And he's always saying, I think he was literally meant to say, I'm your hucklebearer.
Yeah.
I'm
going to take you there.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's an interesting side note. I'm sorry.
It is. No. Nebraska has runza,
whatever,
a savory sandwich filled with beef, cabbage, and onions. I'd probably eat that.
Yeah, I would definitely eat that.
Yeah.
I'm all about some cabbage.
And, of course, you can't think of Nevada without thinking of shrimp cocktail.
Yeah, right in the middle of the United States, not anywhere near an ocean.
Yeah, well, 4 hours away from L.A.
This is this list is probably something somebody made up, because if it happens in Vegas,
it stays in Vegas.
That's right. So they're not going to tell you what their number one food is.
Oh, they're just going to make it up. A classic Las Vegas appetizer is what they say. But, you can kind of get shrimp cocktail anywhere. And I'm pretty sure you can get better shrimp cocktail, I don't know, maybe on the Gulf Coast. Just an idea.
I'm in.
Which, by the way, I think Gulf shrimp is just fantastic.
They're incredible.
Yeah.
We ordered the what do they call reds, the big ones?
Yeah.
What are those called?
Well, I know they had the Key West pink shrimp.
No, these are Royal Reds.
The Royal Reds, the big giant.
They're gigantic shrimp.
They're darn near lobsters.
We were down there with my mom and dad. This is years ago when me and Cindy first got married. And we went to a restaurant, and they had a special Royal Reds appetizer or whatever. It was inexpensive. And Dad's like, let's get some of those. I'm in, Dad. Yeah, heck yeah. They set this bucket down on the table, and they still got heads, antennas, and everything sticking off of them, and everybody's just like, and I went, snap, and just went, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, it's probably like doing a crawfish, isn't it? Breaking it apart.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Exact same thing.
So,
except more meat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. New Hampshire maple syrup. Is that a food, or is it more of
it is, it is. Have you ever had maple syrup?
Oh, I love real maple syrup.
It's
like
I keep saying that. It's unbelievable, but it's so good. It's
you get
spoiled in a hurry.
You get spoiled too. It's like, you keep your Mrs. Butterworth. I want some maple syrup. Yep. And I guess New Hampshire would be an area that probably produces
Taylor ham pork roll from New Jersey sounds good.
Breakfast sandwich with a distinctive processed meat product.
Pork roll. I wonder if they're talking about my bologna has a first name. It's OSCAR. My bologna has a second name. It's MAYER. Oh, I love to eat it every day. And if you ask me why, I'll say, 'cause Oscar Mayer has a way with BOLOGNA.
How's that?
I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. That tells everybody on here that we
How
watch
old?
a lot of TV.
Guys, if you're thinking about leaving, please don't. We just had to do that.
And if you remember that commercial, there's you some.
Taylor ham pork roll. I'm pretty sure you used to dance under that name, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I thought. New
just
Mexico.
pork roll.
Yeah,
I didn't
pork
go
roll.
no Taylor ham, just pork roll.
Green chili. Green chilies. I guess they're talking about the Hatch chilies in New Mexico.
Probably so, and that's good stuff.
Those are good things. Those are good. You ever had like the Hatch green chili salsas and things like that? Those are
And some places are better than others. Some people know how to do that, and some people don't. I'll be honest with you.
Now, we talked about New York and their pizza, and of course, their iconic food is their pizza.
Do you prefer Chicago or New York?
New York.
Me too.
New York pizza.
Something about that giant damn slice of pizza.
And it's thin, and it's got,
yeah, and you pick it up, and it like folds in half in your hand.
Yeah. Oh.
Juices are running down your forearm.
Okay, so here's North Carolina. Yeah. I used to dance under that name. No, wait, that's another joke. Speaking of jokes that you could go with, pulled pork barbecue, which is not an event, it's actual food, is from North Carolina. But that's the Carolina style barbecue, which is more vinegar based,
And
which
I
like
I
that.
love it.
Now, there's not a lot of barbecue I don't like.
That's the cool thing about Memphis barbecue to me, because it sits between
It does.
St. Louis, Kansas City,
Texas,
and North Carolina.
Right.
You get a little bit of mix
All of that.
from all of that. It's
You do, because even though it's more of a tomato-based sauce, there's a lot of vinegar in that Memphis style.
wet or dry
barbecue.
rub ribs.
Dry.
Me
and then,
too.
And then I can put my own sauce on
Me
as I
too.
want to.
May not
I'm-
put any sauce on
may
it if the
not.
rub's good enough.
If you did, it's kind of like steak.
It
to
is.
me.
It's the same thing.
You know.
It was funny. Stephen, we'd go to eat, and he'd order a steak, and they'd set the steak down in front of him. And they'd say, "Would you need ketchup or steak sauce?" And he said, "I certainly hope not."
I certainly hope not. Oh man, that is
Every time.
every time.
Yep.
In North Dakota, and I hope I say this right, Nafla soup, a hearty soup with dumplings and potatoes. Sounds like a good cold weather food. So
You know what? Where's the beef?
where's the beef?
Dumplings and potatoes. I want some beef in there too.
Yeah,
And you got a meal then, baby.
And then you do.
Yep.
Ohio, Cincinnati chili. You mean spaghetti? Because that's what we
Think a
call
little
it
Mexican boy will
Come up here with a
donkey and a can of onion and kick your ass. He'll ride the donkey up here.
But you got to find another way home, because you can't ride home on a bowl of goat. No, it wasn't a donkey; it was a goat. I don't think they make it out
It
of
was a
donkey.
goat.
Yeah.
It was a goat.
Goat.
It was
But the Cincinnati chili guys, they make
Cincinnati's the chili capital of the world.
no. And it makes somebody in Cincinnati mad, but here's the deal, guys. It's spaghetti with meat sauce, and you ruin it by putting like cinnamon and stuff like that in there. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. Oklahoma chicken fried steak.
Thank you, Oklahoma.
Thank you, Oklahoma, because let me tell you what, there ain't nothing wrong with a chicken fried
Yeah,
steak.
if you invented this, God bless you.
Yep. Thank you for that.
Gotta have
not only
mashed
producing
potatoes.
my dad, you produced chicken fried steak.
Yep.
So there you go.
Gotta have mashed potatoes with chicken fried steak.
Marionberry pie.
Are you skipping me?
What did I?
I said you gotta have mashed potatoes with chicken fried steak.
You do. I'm sorry,
Dude,
I was off in my own world.
Dude, you gotta wait. He's talking about food. and
Okay,
he's
here,
gone.
here. You keep talking. I'm going to brew another cup of coffee.
Oregon Marionberry pie, a sweet tart pie made with Oregon's signature berry. I guess that's the Marionberry.
I guess it sounds like a.
Wasn't he a governor?
That's what I said.
Or a
Wait
mayor?
a minute. What? Yeah, wasn't he a mayor or something? Yeah, the Marionberry pie.
Pennsylvania. Can y'all guess what Pennsylvania's is? I'm just wondering.
Oh, I forgot that my coffee maker makes noise. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my coffee maker at work, and not Chris's stomach the other night.
That's just wrong.
Yeah, it's wrong, but it's probably accurate.
So Pennsylvania is the cheesesteak.
Yeah, dude,
Philly
I love
cheesesteaks.
Oh,
Me and Sin have a trip planned
yes.
to Pennsylvania. Go hang out for a weekend. We got a mutual friend that lives up there part time, So he bounces back and forth between here and Pennsylvania. We're going to go up and hang out with him for a weekend, and we're going to Philly.
Are you going to try the competing cheesesteaks?
Yes, we are strictly going on a cheesecake run. Cheesesteak run.
Cheesesteak
run.
Although cheesecake run, I would not be mad at you.
I told him, I said, man, I want to do cheesesteaks, and I would like to see the Hall of Independence and the Liberty Bell. And that's it. I mean, that's about all I got for Pennsylvania.
So Rhode Island.
What about Rhode Island?
They have a iconic food called
Sharks.
coffee milk, and I've actually had this before.
What is it?
It's coffee milk. They have a sweet coffee syrup that they sell that they mix with milk, and it's like we would get Nestle's Quick.
Yeah.
And squeeze in there and make chocolate milk. They do it with coffee, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's really good. It's like a sweet coffee syrup.
This next one, South Carolina, baby. God bless you.
Oh,
shrimp and grits.
Is there, man? There's not many things better.
We have good shrimp and grits in this town.
Yes, we do. Where do you like to eat?
Pasta Grill.
Pasta Grill has good shrimp
and that's
and grits?
the best shrimp and grits.
Because Mike's place has pretty good shrimp and grits.
It's better than Mike's.
Really?
I've had both.
Okay. Challenge accepted. I'm going to have to go see. So Pasta Grill has
really good shrimp and grits.
Because I've had really good shrimp and grits in different places.
I'm not sure about this South Dakota.
Chislic. Well, let's see what it is. It's bite-sized pieces of meat, lamb or mutton, that are deep fried or grilled. Well, sure.
Yeah,
you know what it
grilled
sounds
or
like
deep fried, I'm probably in.
I'm probably in. They probably make it a lot like we would do deer loin here.
Yeah,
where we
it's probably
slice
what
it,
that
bread
is.
it.
Right.
Probably a similar taste. Tennessee hot chicken. Have you ever had Nashville hot chicken
I
before?
have not.
Dude,
well, the key word in that sentence there is chicken. I don't.
Oh,
eat
that's
much
right.
chicken.
You don't. Maybe they could do.
I like thighs. I like legs, but I'm not eating breast.
Oklahoma. I'm about to give you an idea. Nashville, or let's call it Tulsa hot chicken fried steak.
I'm in.
There you go. You put the
beef. It's what's for dinner.
You put the fiery hot sauce that they do on the Nashville chicken on your chicken fried steak and serve that up. Maybe on a bun. Oh, see there?
I'm going to need a moment alone here, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, history being made here as we come up with
Oklahoma.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just came up with a new food. Oklahoma, it's now on you to produce the Tulsa hot chicken fried steak sandwich. So you come up with it. You ask me and Chris. We will come to Tulsa.
We'll try it out. We will.
And we'll tell you about that.
Living on Tulsa time.
Texas barbecue.
Hey, man, I actually went to school in Texas. You knew that,
yes.
Right? So outside of this town that's in the middle of nowhere, it was a town of about 25,000, which is what I basically grew up in. So it was like a home away from home while I was going to school there. But on either side of that town, 5 miles out of town, these little sheds, buildings, those set up with a smoker out back.
Yeah.
You go in, beef barbecue sandwiches, $1.
Get out.
$1. And they had these little Pittsburgh sausages that they had smoked in links, and they were about 2 inches long.
Man.
And you could get 6 of those for $1.
Oh, stop.
Right. $2.
$2 and you're full.
$3 was normal.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 sandwiches and some sausages. Great food.
A lot of people, especially around here, that think that barbecue is just pork. They kind of look down on Texas because of the beef. I don't. I love Texas barbecue.
I do too.
And because I like beef barbecue.
I do too. I like
brisket.
pork too, though. Don't get me wrong. Pork is special.
Yes, it is
special, and everybody does it here. A lot of people do it. Some people just do it better than others.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to send you home with some pulled pork today because I have some out there that I have bagged up and frozen.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and one of the breakfast chubs.
I'm in on that too.
I know.
Saw the picture on that, and that is really good.
Those are really, really good. Utah and funeral potatoes. Have you ever had those before? Funeral potatoes? It's just a potato casserole.
Well, yeah.
It's just like that. Yeah, it's usually made with like cream cheese, cheddar
cheese.
cheese.
Tater tot casserole or something.
Kind of. Yeah, there's no meat in it though. It's just totally a side dish. Much like their other brethren, I think it was New Hampshire, Vermont's, of course, famous.
It's a
for
damn
maple
border
syrup.
war is what it is.
It is. It's
Well, no, it's our maple syrup.
yeah,
You stole that tree from my granddaddy.
but they don't talk like that. You stole that tree from my granddaddy. Eh?
Well, you know what?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've had a beer.
Yep. I'm gonna start using that excuse at work.
Yep,
You know,
yep,
Butch,
yeah.
what'd you? Well, you know, I had a beer,
I had a
which I don't know how well that's gonna fly at work. Where were we at? Virginia. Ham. It's known for this. You know,
High quality ham. I'm
good for
okay
them.
with it.
Yep. State of Washington, there's salmon, which
They-
like
in
Alaska.
Washington, that's how the USA rolls. We'll just take any old salmon. We don't have to have king salmon. We ain't doing that. That's how the lower
any salmon.
that's how the lower 48 roll, baby.
That's how we roll, baby. West Virginia, and I've heard of this before, and I'd like to try this. It's called a pepperoni roll in West Virginia.
Now, they serve those here at Brick and Forge.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, and they're good.
Yeah, so
They
it's-
are good.
It's basically like a bread roll, and they like roll it up with cheese and pepperoni.
So these come out look like cinnamon rolls.
yeah,
That's what
kinda.
they look like.
Uh-huh.
And then it's it's got pepperoni and cheese in it, and you dip it in sauce. They're good. Definitely good. You can't go wrong.
Now you're just playing with my emotions. These are good too. For the state of
Yep.
Wisconsin, cheese curds.
And and I've had cheese curds here and there.
They're not the same.
They're not. I'm sure they're not, but they're even the.
Yeah.
It's like gas station burritos.
You know what? Some of those gas station burritos are pretty good.
They are good.
I'm going to tell you something right now. People sleep on gas station fried chicken. If you get that stuff fresh out of the fryer,
It's good.
it's good.
Chester's chicken's good.
If it sits there for 5 hours under the
Yeah,
lamp,
you don't want it then.
You don't want it then because then it's chicken jerky and it's not good.
That being said, 5 hours later, you can still get that burrito and it'll be fine.
It'll still be fine. Yeah. And we close out with the state of Wyoming and a bison burger. You ever had bison?
I have.
I've had bison too. Dad,
It's good.
Yeah, Dad, of course, was able to procure bison back in the day.
So the best high quality, I guess, meat that I've ever eaten that I really, really enjoyed and really, really want to have again was smoked elk.
I've had elk before. It's
Elk
really good.
is so good. Oh my gosh. It's
When-
it is almost, to me, it's like a cross between beef and venison.
Yeah,
I mean, it's still in that venison family, but it's closer to beef
yeah.
in flavor than.
Is it texture too? Like
Yes.
Kinda
I mean,
like
it's
that.
like steaks.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
so. We've gone through all of these 50 states and the iconic food for each one.
I think we ought to go back through and
If you
and
were
tell
going
them what their iconic food should be.
Oh, we ain't got time for that podcast, but we will hit some high notes here. So, out of everything on this list, if you had to go, what is the thing you would definitely eat? What's one thing you would try, and what's something you're not going to try ever?
Okay, the mountain oysters. I'm not. That's
You're just not
happening.
doing that,
It's
okay.
not happening. And if you trick me, there's probably an ass whooping coming with it.
We're throwing hands
I'm
if you try
not
to trick
gonna be
Chris
happy.
with it. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm going to be honest with you, and a Juicy Lucy from Minnesota.
just to say you did, yeah.
It sounds excellent. I like
Yeah.
cheeseburgers, so
Yeah, he basically just stuffed the cheese inside the burger, which I ain't mad at that.
and I watch food preparation on YouTube all the time. I'm
Oh, yeah.
constantly trying to find new recipes to cook and stuff. Mississippi mud pie is a definitely go.
Yeah.
Shrimp cocktails a go. Maple syrup's a go. Green chilies are a go out of New Mexico. North Carolina barbecue's a go. Sorry, North Dakota. Ohio, I can find better chili. Oklahoma.
It's not chili.
I mean, it is what it is, and I understand they claim it's chili, but it's not for me.
Yeah.
It's not what I consider chili, and
See, he's being diplomatic. I'm
trying
telling
to
you,
be
people, it
because
ain't
there may
chili.
be somebody in North Dakota, or
Cincinnati that's listening to us.
It'd get pissy.
That's
But
okay.
why? I mean, oh, never mind. Oregon, the Marionberry pie I would try. I've
Yeah.
already talked about the cheesesteaks going there.
Yeah.
Coffee milk, shrimp and grits is a go. South Dakota, I don't know what Chiswick is, so probably not. Tennessee, your hot chicken, yeah, if you can keep it, I'm good. Texas barbecue is a go. Funeral potatoes in any form is probably a go. If you got potatoes, I'm probably in. Ham, I love ham.
Ham is great.
Pepperoni roll, cheese curds, I'm a go. It's a
Yep.
go. Wyoming or bison burger. Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm looking at this list, and I'm trying to think the things I would. I don't like avocados, so California, you're out.
I love avocados, and I would probably eat a piece of avocado toast, but I would do it here.
Debbie loves avocado toast. Yeah,
would just
I'm going to
do
do
it
it here with cheaper. I'm not going to do poke from Hawaii. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm out on that. I'm just looking at the things that I'm not going to eat.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
And, oh, no, I asked you the other thing there. I'm trying to see here. Is there anything else on this list that I won't eat? Everything else looks like something I would at least
You would eat
try.
scrapple.
I would try scrapple.
Well,
You know.
but without definition first?
I am Al Renfro's son.
You are.
I will try it.
Listen, and you probably, if you've listened to our podcast before, y'all know I kind of grew up at Butch's house. I loved his father to death. He was one of a kind, but the man would eat. He made some interesting food. I tried stuff I would never have tried.
Never, ever. There are some things that he would do that I wouldn't. First of all, and the big one right here, and if this makes anybody sick, I'm very sorry.
Oh, you weren't sorry Tuesday. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, no, if I'd have said this, you'd have started early. Pork brains and scrambled eggs.
My mom.
I can't.
Mom, what are you doing Saturday? I'm going squirrel hunting, Mom. Well, save me the heads. Squirrel brains and eggs.
I know.
She freaking loved them. Loved them.
I'd do headshots so I wouldn't have to give them. You know, it's like, no.
Roadhouse.
Yeah, I just couldn't do that, man.
Yeah.
That would be, ooh, no.
I didn't get it.
But that was one thing that he would eat that I would not ever touch. No. And I was like, he'd ask me, you want to try it? No, sir, I do not.
Do you like liver?
Dude, I cannot do liver in any form
I can't either,
whatsoever.
man. My dad, he loved liver. My parents would go get liver and onions and...
Oh, gosh. Oh, listen, nothing made me madder. There was a place. Do you remember that? Oh, what was the name of that place? We used to go eat there. It was in downtown Little Rock, close to the station I worked at the time. It was that little all-you-could-eat place. Did you ever go there with me?
Are you? I don't know.
I'm trying to think. It was it was like 2 or 3 blocks away.
Now, the restaurant that I remember specifically was the one down by the federal courthouse.
Yes.
Is that
That's
it?
the one.
Oh, my gosh.
The food was phenomenal.
Fantastic.
But I got mad because I was so ill that after this happened to me, I just had to leave. I couldn't eat any more that day. And this place has fantastic food. But I thought that what they had out there was like hamburger patties and onions. It was not.
Liver and onions.
It was liver and onions. And I took a bite and I almost... Yeah, it was not good. I had to leave.
I tell people all the time, and this is not in any way a racial statement that I'm fixing to say. It is a fact in the South. If you walk in a restaurant, and I would say anywhere in the United States, not just the South, but especially the South, if you walk into a restaurant and you see the doors to the kitchen swing open, and there is a big black woman with a ladle in her hand,
you're going to eat some of the best food down.
The
Brother,
food is going to be fantastic.
Off the chain. And it's going to be seasoned. It's going to be seasoned good.
And lots of butter.
And bacon fat.
That's exactly right.
And you know what? It's going to be fantastic.
And that's the kind of place you're talking. That place, literally, you swing the doors open
and there she was.
Yeah, 2 of them.
Yeah, and
2 of them, and the food was
fantastic.
Bruh. I got selected for federal jury duty. And I was so mad, and I went to that restaurant, and I couldn't eat. I was so mad I couldn't eat, and I just kept thinking, they got those big plate glass windows, and I was like, I'm fixing to throw this through that window. I
can't eat anything
I'm going to jail because I got selected for this jury. And I threw a plate through a window. Oh, man.
If you wear khakis and you just wet your pants during jury selection, you probably won't get selected.
Man,
I'm just saying.
That is a whole nother story.
That's a whole other
that whole story right there is just, I'll tell you that story. Oh my gosh.
Oh, folks, thanks for joining us for this episode, which was the iconic foods from all 50 states.
You know, I kind of went off on a lot of rabbit holes on that one, but
It's okay.
I
It's
am a
okay.
big guy and I do like food.
Hey, man, we almost did an hour show today,
I like
and
it.
it's awesome.
I'm good with
It's
it.
great. So, ladies and gentlemen, butchandchris.com, you can find out all about us, and you people go out and make your day.
Adios, guys.